It's yet another day. We continue to talk about our tropical low out here across the southern half of the Philippines. It has been bringing not only heavy rain, but, flooding conditions, even into Davao City there in southern Mindanao. I've been seeing some reports of the flooding out here as well as rivers continue to rise, submerging streets, even getting into buildings here as well. I mean, this is a great aerial view of what I'm talking about. It's this persistent precipitation that's really causing those rivers to start to swell. Now, it is tapering off. There is some good news in the forecast. The heaviest of the precip starting to shift over towards the west coast, but overall, we're still going to continue to track this as it heads off there towards the Sulu Sea. Once it starts to pull away, though, I do expect overall conditions to start to improve across a good portion of the Philippines and really the Western Pacific for that matter as well. So let's kind of break this down. Of course, we got our LPA right there, high pressure ridge, latest cool surge in the Amihan dominating back towards the north from Taiwan to Vietnam, all those areas looking at relatively drier conditions. It's, of course, still this persistent flow moving across the western half of Mindanao. You still have some of that moisture flow kind of kicking in. This is why right here in Davao we have that precipitation adding up to 200 to 300 millimeters, thus increasing that flooding that we have been seeing. But if you're out in Siargao, Tacloban, Cebu, I think for the most part the worst of this is continuing to taper off, and it's all shifting off towards the west. And we even see that here on our hour-by-hour outlook as we go ahead through Friday. Really, there's still those afternoon showers, but overall, definitely improving conditions. Look at this on Saturday. Beautiful weather. If you got plans to hit up the beach, yeah, you got those typical afternoon things that could pop up in the mountains. But Saturday and Sunday looking absolutely gorgeous this weekend. So hopefully, helps give people some time to dry out, especially in Davao. I feel for you guys because just a couple weeks ago you got flooding from an LPA, and then you got another one. Classic El Nino setup too. When you get kind of this just moisture so far south, nothing terribly organized, but it kind of lingers out here, while back towards the north, across Taiwan, Vietnam, Hainan, and of course northern half of the Philippines, pretty dry weather, and that continues to dominate with below average precipitation continuing to linger across our area here. Another look at just a broader picture with our high pressure ridge back towards the north. Easterlies continue to dominate, and little to nothing out here, by the way, in the extended forecast. In fact, let's just take a look at the Climate Prediction Center's outlook. They got below average rainfall through most of February, actually, for southeastern areas of Asia, including from Guam over towards the Philippines. And you can look at our spaghettios. These are the long-range ensembles, kind of an average of what the models put out. And usually, if you have something, at least going all the way out through, what is this, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, 13th, 14th of February, this is about as quiet as it gets in that long-range ensemble. I'm actually pretty surprised at the very little I'm seeing on that outlook there. Classic El Nino, though, just keeping everything kind of in play. Yeah, there's just one more look at the broader picture of what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at the flyover. Scattered showers across the Mindanao. Still on Friday. It's going to be kind of on the East Coast. Saturday and Sunday, you're definitely going to see the improving conditions for most of the area. And then we look over to Port-au-Prince. Yeah, you got some cloudy skies, but not all too bad. And then back towards the north, the same deal. Temperatures into the high 20s to low 30s, a bit cooler in the higher elevations up there towards Luzon, where I've been still seeing reports of frost in places like Banguet overnight the last few nights. So things just kind of staying on the chillier side out there. And then you see the broader picture, that open cell cumulus. Here's our moisture flow. Been tracking this one, guys, for feels like almost 2 weeks now. We saw all the way back towards Chuk and continuing to monitor it to this day. So hopefully, if you have been with us the whole time, you found these videos updates useful. You could check out our Patreon. That really goes a long way into supporting the channel. And number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there. At least hit that subscribe button too, guys. If you don't want to check out our Patreon, if you haven't subscribed or you've been thinking you're kind of on the fence on it, it really does go a long way to help us out. So yeah, that's all for today. As always, thanks for watching. And number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there, friends. Hope you have a great day.